Let's see. Hey, what's up, James? Gonna be a little bit different today. What do you see? Holy crap. Wow, I see this bus right here on eBay for $94. Holy crap, and there's only 5 left. That's kind of crazy. Wow. Well, and is that on Etsy or eBay? Etsy. Oh, Etsy. Died poor? What? Let's see, where's a good picture? I'm gonna have my own interpretation of Deadpool here. Okay. Died poor. Kinda. I've been trying to get this one thing to work. What you call it? If I can think straight. What the heck? The ring light. And it just for some odd reason the way it connects and everything is not right. I need to find an adapter. I don't want to keep buying more and more stuff. The thing is though is that the adapter is this thing right here. So it has a clamp, but my webcam has that. So I either need to convert this or find something. Anyways. So, I want my deepest, darkest red. This seems like the darkest red. And I have his image up. My English is bad. Well, no, like, I don't know. Like, that actually kind of funny, though. If you really think his name is Died For, that is actually hilarious, and I love it. That's actually very funny. But no, his name is... I don't know if you're joking around or not, because if you were, that is great and hilarious. If you're not, still hilarious, though, because that actually kind of fits. Died poor. I mean, you know, technically, a lot of people, you cannot sell, like, what is it, you cannot sell official things. Otherwise it's copyright, right? So a great thing would be for them to make a little bit changes to make it kind of like Deadpool and change the name to Died Poor. People, I mean, there are items out there that sound very similar to the name, and that would be one for someone trying to imitate Deadpool. To name it Died Poor. It's actually quite funny. Someone will steal that idea, that name of yours that you put. You better copyright it. This way. So there's a lot of red at the paint. Oops. I guess you can't. Oops. It's quite a big model, or big. The only reason I'm painting it's because work essentially. I have to get it kind of straight. I can't. It's like angle it. So this one I'm not gonna paint that. That's not. It's not part of him. That's just like the brick. This is FDM print. So let's see. Trying to think what would be the outer lines here. Like that. I don't know. Anyways, let's go ahead and get some red out. So this is an FDM print. Let's see how well it looks. I'm gonna need like an actual paintbrush for this because this is a lot of model. Well, it's not a model. A lot of whatever it is to paint. I'm hoping to get done with this before Thursday, but also I kind of want to start pinning my. I need to start printing. I need to start painting my shoot. I need to start. Crap. There's a lot of things I gotta do. It's also I need to start painting my Spear Guard veteran because I'm participating in a tournament again. So I need that to be done so it looks cool. So the problem with the FDM print here is the fact that it's not like fine like resin print. So there's like ridges and everything. So like if you ever do dry brushing, it's you're gonna feel it. Although I did kind of lay the base coat kind of thick. So I know this section is mostly red. I'll probably, it kind of looks a bit different. Let's just do that first. Oh, it's a bit bright red. You can really see the layers. Oops, I didn't mean to get there. That's what I want to stay black. But that's okay, I'll touch up that. There we go. There's actually not meant to be connection over here. Because of that. It's kind of going to look like the original Deadpool, which is not what I want it to look like. I want this middle section to be black. But it connects over here. Huh. Hey, what's up, Troy? Today I'm reprinting the math. Reprinting the maths for bag linears, deck pipe system for the fisheries industry system. It's my first time at an engineering standards off the shore pen. Oh, Jesus, man. What are you, reprinting, what are you printing it with? Get the majority of this area painted red. Ooh, the Deadpool symbol. Ironically, I do not have it. Very busy, lots of math, pencil, chunk done, but total American economy set likely not to be used. What is this? I need the logo. There we go. Open that part up. Okay, so the logo is red. Huh. I wonder if I'm gonna do the opposite of that. Because this is gonna be mostly red anyway. But we'll see, we'll see. I have to work around this. Let's move this light up a little bit. Don't really have a lot of room. Job Neptune Tech was about to close. I'm so far from working design system online to start building. Just makes that buck. Ooh, this thing really smells. It's still, I want to say freshly spray painted. I did spray paint it tonight because I printed it yesterday. Another coating of red. It's looking pretty nice. It looks orange. It's actually red, but oddly enough, it looks orange in the on the on the that's black on the webcam. That's really weird. His head is red, so it's gonna be a lot of red. Yes. Okay. I don't know if there's a way to color adjust because that looks very orange. And that looks, yeah, there it is. That's the correct, that's pretty correct, the correct red right there. Right here, where the end of the brush is pointing at. That color is that color, which doesn't look like it at all. Really weird. Maybe it's because it's thin, but then again, it is a black undercoat, so it should make it like a more darker red. But anyways, we'll see. We'll see what happens at the end. Maybe we just do a coat of red today. Oops. Got a little bit in that eye, but it's okay. I'm going to be painting it black anyway because adding more layers of paint will hopefully smooth out the... Oh, you can really see the layer lines right there. You can see it pretty well right up there. It's pretty bad actually in the play hobby time while I finish up the last few layers of cut. The unit's done for week 2, I'd say. A crayfish type food 5-star building with treatment filter, a whole $1 million industry system. Hey man, a lot of people like crayfish. I actually have crayfish around these parts too. So there's a lot of layer lines over here too that are not quite right. You can't really see. You can kind of see the arm part though. I didn't realize is it called crayfish over there, Troy, too? I know over here it's called some Some places call it crayfish. Some people call it crawfish. But I wonder if it's actually spelled the same. Probably just pronounced differently. Okay. I'm gonna try to do something with that color, collar, and paint something like paint it pink, and paint something funny on it, because it's Deadpool after all. Ooh boy, man! I think I'd use this much red, especially to try. Need multiple layers of red for sure to get that red to really stand out and not make it very much just like at least an orange like on the screen. Oops, can you guys see? I definitely need to get that O-ring working, man. And hopefully set up my... I tried to make it work on the days off that I had from streaming, but it's just so busy. Okay. So it's Orange Man, not quite Deadpool. So let's see what else. I think we'll have orange around the neck as well, and keep the in-between... Oops. Orange red around this area, and keep the between the armor plates like that black. I don't know what to do here though, because this is it's black, maybe more black, I guess, black, and then do this in red, maybe. I have no idea what those things are, but let me go ahead and use up and do another layer of red here. And I am out of red already. You know what, I'm going to try a different red, just to see how it goes. I can always paint over it. So this is the second coat on this one. Let's try a different red. Over 150 documents in industry system that started in WA, Australia with the concrete for 20 years back that had lime and the concrete killed the stock. Whew. Not many people know about the math to design system and engineering requirements supply treatment standard metric. I mean, especially in like a large volume like that, Jesus Christ. And lime, I don't know if that's the natural lime from rocks or is it the buildup of lime from the water. Let's try the other red. We'll try this red. Whoop. Cadmium free red deep. As opposed to this red, which comes out orange for some odd reason. Excuse me. I don't know which red's going to be better, but it's going to be one of them. It doesn't matter that I put multiple layers, because this is a huge model. Oh my god. Okay. That is a lot of red. That is like a lot of red. Might be going with this red now because of just the accident just happened. That is literally a lot of red I put in there. Too much red. Whoopsie. Hopefully this red's good, otherwise that's a lot of wasted red. Make it a little bit liquidy so that it'll flow better. And kind of make it last a little bit longer. That is very not. I guess I'll do the back side. That way, you can take a look and see. Gotta paint his eyes bright white. Oh, that's my first attempt to the industry system. Unfortunately, no plastic liner. They fill the ponds with water and fish. Line leak through the cement due to water. Woo! Wow. Huh. I didn't think lime could seep through. Oh, water penetration. I guess the water took it there, huh? Yeah, you gotta have a, I guess a water filtration system. That's what I like. That's the kind of the thing in the U.S. too, with just standard piping, like your water heater and stuff. It'll build up in lime. I have a water heater that's like 30 years old, and I'm sure half of it, if not 75% of it's lime right now. And the problem is that I can't really afford to buy a new one, so hopefully it doesn't bust. Okay, let's see. I need to see the back of Deadpool. I see armor here and here, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's do this one. Ooh, that is bright. Maybe put a little bit too much of that liquid, but it's fine. That's not looking as good as the other one. It's well mixed though, so. This red could be just a base layer for other reds I apply over it, which hopefully will help let the red be a little bit deeper. So that might be the case here, because that is a very bright red. Yeah, it's gonna be kind of hard to get in the in-between areas. Need to do the non-fine detail first, and then go back and patch up and fix up areas like all these little dots I'm putting on the sword here. I guess the sheath of the sword is gonna be black anyway, so it's cool. It's cool. Although it'll be kind of like a little thick layer of red there, or thick layer of paint there eventually. I think that is. Huh. Didn't realize cement was flexible. It's a really weird thing to say. Okay. Now this one's gonna be brown, I guess, for sure. I guess for water care and their own rivers had Chinese people poo in it. That is going to be black as well. Spades. I think I'm legitimately out of like red areas to paint. And I still have a lot of red to paint. Let's see, does it look red though? No, it looks more bright orange. I'm not even painting on camera at that point. Okay. Let's see what happens when that dries. Let's see what it looks like. That is super bright red, but it's kind of drying over here. It's just uneven. I like the way that came out a lot better. Maybe, I don't know if I maybe put too much water in it. I doubt it. The Hobart net system was so bad to ammonia. No treat. They had to dye the fish meat pink. Oh, speaking about that, dude, I've seen a lot of things like on YouTube or this one channel where they spray paint their pig black. They paint certain things to make it look like it's fresh or something. It's really crazy. Definitely liking this color a lot better. Again, it looks orange. And what I'm going to do with those things here, like this, and then this. I still got to let that dry. That is still super wet. So, while we wait, go ahead and grab the other red. Excuse me. Not a lot of red I put there. Oh yeah, and they spray paint their what do you call it? The fields green because it's hard to see that. Because their grass are all dead or something like that. Okay, hopefully that. Okay. Second coat. This original red. It's the third coat over here. Better. See if 2 coats is all it needs, or it's the third time's the charm, as they say. Also to kind of take a break from constant painting blue, I guess. But this would be, again, still in the realms of painting models and stuff. No way off a rock to whaling industries. Way overpopulated this small world. So what you do? And I got an anti-fabric class. I got new prototype setups. Dang, look, it's still looking orange. I wonder if this is a 3-coat type paint, even though I wanted to go a base coated black because I want the red to be dark. If I base coated white, it would have been a very light red. So I have to apply a lot of coats of red to get it to more of a solid red, not necessarily like a darker red, but to a solid red. Get red there, apparently. Yep, this might be a 3-coat paint. Not too shabby, looking pretty good. Let's see the back. That is, I don't know why, it's just looking so orange, and it's still kind of wet. I do like the red, though. It's just not solid enough for some odd reason. I wonder if I should try to paint it without maybe too much of the, try um, the other one. Jeez. This area is still wet. I guess the next thing I could potentially paint is the brown. Let's see what kind of brown I want to paint. Or what browns I have available, actually. I should have some. Let's see. Don't know if I have any over here, though. I might have to get up and... Actually, hold on. Red leather. That might work. Old Vallejo paint that I bought. Oh my god, there's actually a ball inside. I bought this vibrator for paints and I haven't even plugged it up yet. I don't know where I put it at though. That's the thing, that's why I need to organize. Oh, jeez. Trying to shake this thing super hard so I can get it mixed up. Whew. Hold on. I might plug up the vibrator. Here we go, here it is. Oh no, it's gonna fall. Alright. There we go, it's plugged in. Can you hear it? No, I guess not. Whoa, it feels really weird. Wow, that was weird. Interesting feeling. Alright, anyways, I think it's probably shook up enough. That's actually a really good brown. Red leather, not quite red. So, I think I want to get a little bit slightly more precise. I don't know if I should dilute this or not. It's kind of, ooh, that is actually not too bad of a brown. I was going to say it might be a little too light of a brown, but not actually a very nice brown. Let's see, yep, so all this stuff is going to be brown. This nice leather, red leather, brown, red leather. Not even brown in the word of it. Man, it looks very like mud-like on the image, but it's more brown So no, does it? Yeah, it looks mud-like. It's a little bit more red-ish. I need to. I have no idea. I need to find a way to adjust the color in this thing. Might play with it a little bit later. Get a little bit more precise now, considering that I think I got all the, essentially the red majority painted, just about getting more and more layers on it to make it more red-ish. You can see, actually you can't really see there. Yeah, there you go. You can really see, like, it looks like a freaking map, topographical map or whatever that's called. This model's only 10% infill, so I've got to be a little bit gentle with it. Alrighty. Ooh. And just a large area of dookie brown. It looks dookie brown on the camera, but it's red leather according to the paint. Hopefully I don't have to put a second coating of this. That would suck. And this sword is going to be all different colors. It's going to be kind of tough to fix it considering there's such a tight space between it and whatever else is touching. But at least it'll be black, so it'll be kind of hidden. Black tends to hide mistakes quite well. So at least I got that. I definitely gotta also find a way to adjust the freaking color because it looks, the red don't look red. Actually, that's looking more, that head is looking more red though, but it's still much redder than it is on the webcam. It's really weird. I guess it's not calibrated correctly. This print required no supports, but clearly it could be used some for sure. Some areas started to separate a little bit. But still not bad for a print with no supports. That's what I'm trying to look for my FDM prints. Ugh, ears itchy. Trying to find a lot more like this that at least hopefully will print a little bit better. I mean, this ain't bad, but just it'd be nice if it was perfect. Use up all the colors that I have out now so that I don't go to waste. Although some of the red might be drying up a bit, but I think I could probably revive it. And due to how large this figure is, paint, I think painting it kind of thick actually helps. It'll cover up all the layer lines a little bit, because there is definitely layer lines on this baby. And that's it for the brown for now. Time to go back to the red. Alright. See what the reds are looking like now. I want to do his face one more time. While this is still kind of, I wouldn't say fresh, but still it's kind of wet. Add another layer to this particular part of his mask. See if it makes a difference.
Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watch me weep.
That is looking much better red. Time to add another layer to the other kind of red.
It's hard to breathe, but that's alright.
I wonder if I have Liquitex basic paint. Maybe I should have just went with the basic paint instead of the gouache. Gouache just was more expensive, and I looked it up, and it was like more professional, so I thought it'd be better. But doesn't seem to be the case necessarily. It seems like the basic is actually quite perfect. It's already pre-diluted, so you don't have to dilute it. You can just use it right off the bat. Ouch. And it has already good enough pigmentation. So it's like perfect. So that's why I started to switch to is a lot of Liquitex basic paints. This is just seems to be good enough. Well, better than good enough, honestly. Due to model paint being so expensive. Got all that red on the sword there. So I'm not being careful just because I'm going to have to paint over whatever I paint red anyway. I'm just trying to get the undercoat of it, or underneath area, which... And then what I paint over will I be careful with. I do have to be careful here because there's already existing brown. Oops. So I'll say this bright red here, even though it looks like it's orange on the freaking webcam. What's up, Hex? My bad. Even though it looks orange, it's actually bright red. It looks like the actual red from Deadpool the movie. This is a bit more of a muted red. It's a different red, even though it looks orange again. I like the way this red kind of turns out. I don't know. It's a lot more evenly, what you call it, spread, as opposed to the back. So I ran out of. It looks very like dookie brown on the webcam. Let me actually mess with the color in the webcam real quick, because it's just not quite the right color. The blue though seems to be really poppy. I don't know if I can. Is it saturation or is it contrast? Definitely not contrast. Is it the hue? Whoa. That is, oh, that is pretty dang close to it actually, right there. That's a bit more purplish. Maybe I accidentally messed with the hue a little bit, or maybe the hue default is not good. Okay, so it's almost there. That actually looks pretty close to it. Saturation, let's see if we desaturate it. Not quite. Maybe let's up the saturation and see. Woohoo! Boy! It's looking pretty good there. That's a nice looking red. It's actually pretty close. Maybe that's about the right color. The bags aren't quite there though. Sharpness has nothing to do with it. White balance has nothing to do with it. That's about it. That's about as close as it'll get. It's not too shabby. It might be a little bit too red, so desaturate it just a little bit. There, perfect. Alright, well that's about as close as it's going to get to the actual color. Let's see the red in the back now. Oh yeah, that is a bright red. So this looks more like the movie kind of red. It's very bright, vibrant. This is more matte, which also could be the movie color. The movie color if you got dirty. All right, so the eyes are the next thing I'm going to try to do. First, I'm going to do bone white, just because I need, I think, an undercoat to be able to paint the white on there, so it's not too much white. I'm about to call it anyway, but I'm making some progress. I still have a lot of that red left, which is going to go to waste, but I do have quite a bit of it anyways. It's not doing very well in terms of large areas, but it does fine in smaller quantities. The problem is I'm still going to have to paint his face, or this part of the face black anyway, so I don't have to be too careful, but there we go. And then all the other thing that's white, I believe, is the eyes here, which I'll need to paint this color then. Uh-oh. should have maybe did a little bit more infill instead of 10%. Creature cast minis are looking tempting. Creature cast minis, what is that, Hex? I feel like I was painting Deadpool's nipples both on the left, right side. Alright, next is the ace on the side over here. Man, I'm trying to remember what a card looks like. I think this is mostly white. They're vary from super grim dark to grim dark ironically one the massive very but still fitting for the demon setting. Well, that'd be Slanesh Hex Thread. Slanesh is all about that NSFW. But then again, I guess, you know, Nurgle can be kind of that too, but it probably all rotted away. Alright. Oh, geez, leg. That is actually looking pretty cool. He almost looks Finnish, actually. Which is, it's not white. His eyes are not white. The whites are not white. They're bleach bone. I'm just doing that so that the white doesn't have to struggle so much. The bleach bone, I think, has a better coverage. Although it's kind of a bit loose over here. It's not quite fully set in. And then the back is very red. You can kind of see the difference between that red and then that red. That's Vallejo's heavy red. And then this bright red, even though it's supposed to be dark, it's actually red deep, cadmium free from Liquitex. So I'm still going to determine, I'm going to let it dry, and then I need to paint the neck area. Again, a second coat, probably. More than likely we'll go back to that red, the Vallejo, and paint over this. It should be good, hopefully, you know, it's red on red, so. And then, got to figure out whether I want to do the outlines of his body armor different. Maybe like gold or silver, or maybe white, which would be completely different. But Deadpool likes gold, so. But I don't know if I want to keep going gold though. But dang, that looks pretty good actually. It looks pretty nice thus far. Although I need to clean up, but that will come after the red is done, because then with the black I just paint over the large areas and be great detail around the eyes, so that I don't have to repaint over the pre-paint. Where do you get those creature cast minis at? Hex Thread, is that from My Mini Factory? Because that's where I buy a lot of my stuff too. My like these ladies here. Yeah, they're really cool. I like her especially because of her teeth. Out of all of them, she's the only one that's showing her teeth. It looks like the Terminator. or like very kind of creepy a little bit. Oh, creaturecast.com. I'll take a look at that for sure. Because I definitely need to find some sites for. Oh, you can really see the topographical map of Deadpool's head right there. The different layers. Definitely want to look for areas that has like FDM prints and stuff like that. Especially without support, that'd be great. This is printed without supports. So, but you can kind of see that right there where it's kind of like needed support, but it's still printed without it. And a lot of that is actually, you can kind of see like right over, can't really see it, but like right there, and then right there. So it's a lot of areas that are kind of like overhang that needed a little bit of support. But anyways, I do want to try to print this out in resin. And I think the only problem is that if I print it straight, like as is, it'll print straight to the build plate. And the problem is that whenever I snip it off, hopefully I don't break this, because that'll build straight to it. I don't have the what you call it, type of build plates, the one where you can flex and stuff. But anyways. Alright, anyways, I do have to call it. I've streamed for at least an hour this time, which is great. I want to try to finish this guy up because I want to bring it back on Thursday to present it. But hopefully I want to get back to my Ultramarines as well, because I have a game coming up and I would love to finish my Spear Guard veteran. And also eventually get this guy, remove his arms to have spears instead of daggers. And remove the head. No face heads. All helmets. So nice, I got a color right here. If you like my content, please consider subscribing. Thumbs up to the sound below.